it's like colors in painting. Painter, they have their color palette to make different pictures. And we guitarists, we also should have the ability of create different sounds to describe variety type of emotion like happiness, sadness, dark, bright, excitement, disappointment, surprise. So initially, in the first guitar lessons, we all been told to play a clear and round note here by the sound hole, for example. But in reality and in higher level pieces, you must be able to put colors in it, because not always playing beautiful sound. Always playing beautiful sound is like living every day in pink, which is not the reality. My name is Thule, and I'm back here for another video. This time we've been talking about tones and color for classical guitar. So now I've been point out a few methods to create different colors on the right hand. As we all know, the common position to play is this area by the sound hole. And the most basic but also important technique to know about the right hand is to play with tirando or apoyando, or in English we call free stroke or rest stroke. So just by changing these two ways of plucking, you already have two different colors. For example, this is free stroke. When I just pluck the string out and I don't touch any string above. So this sound gives you a very light feeling. And also we need this free stroke technique when we play tremolo or arpeggio, because there it's not possible to do with rest stroke, when you need to really move your fingers very quickly and to set your finger free from other string. And the next thing is rest stroke. Rest stroke is after you pluck the string, you just lean the finger on the string right above it. Or the same with thumb, you can just lean it on the string below. Rest stroke playing gives you a more power, more depth sound. And also you see a lot in flamenco music. Flamenco musicians, they play a lot of rest stroke. It's have a very attacky and powerful kind of sound. But also when you need to play something at, let's say, deep emotion, it always feels deeper and sweeter than free stroke. So now I will play free stroke. Rest stroke. The next method you can do is by changing the position in this length of the string. So we know that this is the common sound. If you want it to be warmer, then you can move your right hand more to the neck. The nearer you go to the neck, to the fretboard, the warmer and the darker it gets. Even sometime here. It's getting brighter as you move near the bridge. It to be really metallic kind of sound, then really near the bridge. Another method to create also different sound is just by simply using different weight on your hand to the string. So let's say if I need to play this piano, I put very little weight and really relax every finger. And I mean you can apply this for free stroke or rest stroke. So I will do an example on free stroke. If I want to play it much softer, if I wanted to play it like a forte, stronger, or very strong, fortissimo. But then again, when you do a free stroke and if you pluck the string very strongly, it can be buzzing. So when you do very strongly a scale or a melody line, I suggest you to do a rest stroke, which is even more power. So this is a very natural way to play different dynamics, soft or loud, because you can just simply relate it physically to the weight of your hand. So even with all of this method, if you combine them together, you can create so many different ways of playing. I will go back to the example of La Rima that I played at the beginning. So only in this phrase already I use different method. The first thing is because I know that this piece is very slow and sad and I should use warm sound, so I move my right hand up here near the fretboard. Right now I'm playing everything free stroke, but if I want to make the melody stand out more and more depth, then I would use the first string on finger A, rest stroke. And again, it depends what fingers I use for the melody note. I don't know, every time I play with different fingers. And in the meanwhile, the middle part, the second and the third string, they are just a harmony, they are background note. I don't need to hear them too clearly, so I play them free stroke and very softly. So it's very soft and it shouldn't be louder than the melody. So even just in one small phrase itself, you already can analyze to put different kind of sound and different kind of dynamics. Now, if I repeat this phrase the second time, I don't want to have the same sound anymore. Maybe I would move a little lower here near the bridge to have a brighter sound. As everything else in life, if you have to do it twice, if you have to say a sentence twice, you always should change your voice, because saying once, saying 2 times with the same voice is very boring and doesn't give a point. So let me play 2 times again for you with different sound. Now the next method is a little more unusual. It's from where you pluck the string. So I can place the finger on top of the string, like how I would play the normal free stroke, which give me more warm and full sound. But if I switch the position just to put the finger a little bit more like under the string and I pluck out, it sounds more thin and more metallic, because you don't have much contact with the fingertip, with the flash of the finger. Down. you can hear a very fine difference, right? But of course, when we do this, you would have to change a little your hand position. Move a little forward. And this sound is very similar to if you would pluck from near the bridge. It also gives you that kind of thin and fragile feeling. But here is more metallic, more cold. And here is thin, but it's still warm. And sometimes, depend on what piece and what speed you're playing, you might not have time, to move up and down here to change between warm to cold sound. So you can do this. The last method that I'm showing you today is using different speed of attacking on the string. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But in general, we pluck the string like this. Just play the finger and pluck them immediately. And the sound comes right away. But sometimes you need this kind of sound to describe the sound come from far away, which is, it doesn't appear right away loud and clear. So I would relax the first joint of the finger. Give the nail have time to slide on the string. A little time before you pluck it. So this always have a sweeter feelings. You could play some sweet note, something appear from far away. Or if you want it to be a little stronger or deeper, you can use the same way but for rest stroke. Okay, so I will compare with the immediate attack. Now the delay, the immediate. And with this way, of course, you also have to turn a little bit position of your hand, not natural like this, but a little this way. So here it allowed your fingers and your nail to slide on the string a little bit before you pluck the string. Or even when you play something very loud and some powerful chord. It is slightly different, but you delay the plucking of the fingers to give more power and more tension. So if I pluck just a forte chord immediately. But now if I want it to be more powerful, more tension, I place my hand and I don't pluck right away, but just a little delay. It gives more power. Coincidentally, today I wear this colorful shirt to talk about colors. Well, I didn't plan it. It's just my newest shirt and I couldn't wait. I'm so excited to wear it for the first time. And only when I sat down in this chair, I realized that it's perfect for the topic today. So I hope you're having fun discovering the abilities of your right hand. And now that you have more tunes, you have the color palette, create your own pictures. I wouldn't tell you how and when to use what. You are the artist, you have to do it by yourself. So spice up your music and see you in the next video.